Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between Olma as the Zerg in the top left and EK Pyrosis or Pyrosis as the Zerg in the bottom right. So it's a Zerg versus Zerg, which should be very interesting because mirror matchups normally are pretty interesting. Although I don't prefer them over the mixed race matches because the mixed race matches are definitely my favorite. But yeah, I can definitely enjoy some Zerg on Zerg action because it means that you're going to see a lot of these different tactics and you can see how they go up against each other. Of course, it's not as interesting if they build exactly the same thing, but well, in Starcraft 1 that was definitely the case, or Starcraft Brood War I should say, that was definitely the case. But in Starcraft 2 they made so many viable paths, in Zerg versus Zerg, that it is definitely a matchup that is not very standard. Well, there are standard approaches of course, but you can vary on them and you can definitely do whatever the hell you want. So we are going to see what they do. For now they're just building drones and obviously building an overlord here and there. But for now we are going to see whether they fast expand, and both of them are going to fast expand. This is of course a two-player map which is kind of big, and there's really no way to rush enough so that you can have Zerglings at the front door before this this next spawning pool is going to be done. Obviously both of them are going to fast expand, and when we are done with that we are going to build a spawning pool, build some links, and well, just 2 links normally in the beginning, just to scout around and hold these towers. And once we're done with that, so once we have those towers, it is of course a matter of just waiting until you know what the enemy is doing. So you basically build up your economy, you build some extractors, you mine some gas, you mine some minerals, you build queens, you kind of prepare for the battle ahead, and that's what we're waiting for now. So, well, waiting. We're actually waiting. I could actually start this match like 4 minutes, 5 minutes in, because most of the matches don't start until that point. Obviously, you have some harassment going off in the early game, but in Zerg vs Zerg, that's not so much the case, because the early Zerglings not going to be very effective. They're not like Reapers. I mean, Reapers, they can do a whole lot of crap on their own, but that is not the case here. So we have the first queens coming out, and we have a Baneling nest coming up. Enemy is going to probably build one as well, although it's not actually necessary to go for Banelings. It is a very good defense against the Zerglings. But yeah, you can also go for something else. So we're going to have to see whether there's actually anything coming up. But you're opting to go for the metabolic boost here, as well as for the queens obviously. So we're going to see Banelings versus Zerglings, and that should not be a very fair fight, because if you get one hit of a Baneling on the Zerglings, then you're pretty much done. There goes the Baneling nest finally going down. The Spine Crawler coming up. And the Spine Crawler is going to defend this base against the invading Zerglings. But it is not actually necessary to build those, because once you have an army out, you can pretty much hold off the enemy army by just being there, by being around your base somewhere. Although the distance between your 2 bases is pretty big, so if a few Zerglings sneak through, they can definitely do some damage to your drones. And well, that being said, I guess this Spine Crawler isn't that bad of an option. Obviously, the Zerglings, if they sneak in, they're going to be on your drones, not on your Baneling nest. So this Spine Crawler really not defending all the way in the back. It is going to defend up to here or so. So it's not the most effective defense if you place it like that. But all in all, it's okay. So the unbuildable rocks taking them down, I don't really know why. It's not really necessary. And here is the first little bit of an attack. A Baneling gets taken out, and I think a second Baneling got taken out as well. So taking out 2 Banelings for 2 Zerglings, that is definitely a good deal. And the Overlord's just flying around everywhere, just making sure that nothing gets spotted. And look at that, he has Overlord speed, it seems. I don't really know why, because normally we only see that in matches where people go for either heavy anti-air against the Zerg player, or if they go for drop. But there is no drop at the moment, so yeah, it's kind of a strange thing to go for. And plenty of Overlords flying around here, but they're all going to survive because of that speed upgrade, and that is interesting. So he actually went for the speed upgrade just to make sure that he could scout without building overseers. The overseers are still a good plan to have at least one or so, because if you can keep it with your army, you at least avoid the burrowed banelings if people are going for that. And it's a sneaky strategy, but it only costs 100. So burrow is very useful in the lower level matches anyway. And this is not a Grandmaster match, it is a Masters match, I believe. Yeah, I'm not actually sure, but it is supposed to be Master or higher. So, yeah, I'm not actually sure how truthful these things are that you see in the beginning of the game. But as you can see, the hatchery is going to get taken down. Is it going to get cancelled? It is going to not get cancelled. It's going to just get taken out. Oh, the banelings could have done so much there. And they are going to now group up with the Zerglings, and we are going to move in. So one baneling is enough to turn the tide of a complete battle. Keep that in mind. And the baneling should have been here. There you go. Double explosion, taking out all of the Zerglings. And now the Zerglings are going to get owned though. But yeah, the blue player definitely got a better trade out of that so far. And they're going to they're going to just hop after each other. The baneling movement looks so ridiculous. It looks completely, yeah, unrealistic. Especially once you have that speed upgrade. It just looks completely ridiculous. But it's okay. So we have Mutalisks out. Mutalisks are of course going to do very well against the Zerglings, but you need a lot of Mutalisks to deal with big groups of Zerglings. But as you can see, they are going to take out a little bit of the HP, well, about half of the HP. But it's not going to be good enough. And if he can catch this group, then his base will be safe. So yeah, this group going for another base, or for 2 other bases, and they are going to take out, or try to take out, a few of the workers. Not really too worried that that is going to result in something real though. Although the Mutalisks are not really doing anything, and oh my god, the Zerglings just took out so much here for no reason. 16 workers killed, and that is going to put him so far behind. Let's see the income tab. 1,000 versus 800. So yeah, he is pretty far behind with this. And there is really no way to come back from that. So, yeah. The Zerglings once again coming in. And the Zerglings are going to just try to defeat this hatchery now. Very aggressive move, because he knows that these Mutalisks are here. And the Mutalisks are going to take out everything. But the Mutalisks are only over there. Not in this base. And this base is going to get owned by the few Zerglings that are here, but the Zerglings focus the queen first and then go for some drones. I don't think this was really worth it. So yeah, 23 workers killed now. He is adding more and more of these kills to his account, I guess. Yeah, just continuing on to defeat all of these, and yeah, this hatchery is going down if in the next attack, if he doesn't have a decent defense setup. He can of course build a new queen and just heal the hatchery, and that would be very effective against the Zerglings, because the Zerglings can't really do that much damage. And wow, yeah, there you go with one baneling. He took out the health of about half the health, or 60% of the health of all of those Mutalisks that were hit. But yeah, this one goes down. This one is going to lose a lot of its occupants. The drones go down. So many drones have gone down already, 31 drones, and it is just Zerglings. If he just attacks with his Mutalisks, he can pretty much just defeat his entire base, because, well, there may be 6 queens here, but you can easily out-micro them with a big group of Mutalisks. Obviously the queens can heal each other, that kind of sucks, but if you just sneak around them, you can go for the other base, because he doesn't have 6 queens at this base. So you can just avoid the queens if they're going to heal each other all the time. And yeah, you can just outmaneuver them, because that is what they do. And going back with his Mutalisks, that is a big mistake. He shouldn't go back at this point, because, well, his base is kind of lost anyway. He should just move forward and try to make it work that way, because now he's just giving up the base. No, oh, this was the one I wanted. As you can see, 165 units killed. Let's see the resources lost. It is pretty equal, but yeah, keep in mind that the system registers 50 minerals for a drone and doesn't account for the fact that they are going to mine minerals themselves. So they are actually worth more than the 50. So instead of well, losing what was it, 39 times 50, it's more like 39 times maybe 75, something like that, maybe even more. Yeah, so it's definitely worth the effort of this red player, Mr. Olma, to snipe all of these drones. The drones are, of course, very good at keeping your economy alive, because, well, they're the only ones that are going to keep your economy alive. And yeah, what are you gonna do? So once again, duo-pronged or two-pronged attack. Bottom base and this base both get assaulted, and well, this time there is a little bit of defense going on, but yeah, the Mutalisk group keeps getting well, pulled to one place instead of doing what he's doing now, which is having one Mutalisk group on each base. And well, you only need about 5 of them to kill the Zerglings, and not 28 like he has now. So he has 28 grouped up. Here you go, the 28 Mutalisks. He has all of them grouped up in one place, and obviously that's not what you want. You don't want them in one place if you're trying to defend, and that is costing him base after base after base, and well, a lot of drones as well. Anyway, 57 workers killed here, and a new group is coming in. Yeah, 2 banelings would take out like half of this group, by the way. 2 burrowed banelings, unburrowed at the right time, would take out this this base no problem, or this group no problem. So he is sending his Mutalisks half to this base, half to this base, but it is already too late. He needs to defend better if he wants to make this work, but at this point he should just quit. I mean, obviously he can't work with the micro. The spire goes down, everything goes down. I really don't understand how the blue player lost this. I really don't understand. This blue player sucked so hard that I really don't understand how he got into the Masters League. But I guess Masters is not nearly high enough to be Grandmaster. So you're not a pro if you're trying this. But yeah, with all of the defense that he had plenty of queens around. He had spore crawlers, and he kept his bases up because of that. Well, because he was so aggressive, because he kept the blue player on the defense, he made it work. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.